Welcome to another edition of a power-packed Phillips podcast. Yeah, buddy. We continue our epic series of podcasts to get you ready for the FCAT, particularly when it comes to gridding answers on the FCAT, because we do not want you to be epic fail on the FCAT. This podcast is going to be on gridding decimals on the FCAT, particularly on gridding repeating decimals on the FCAT. But remember, there are two types of decimals, terminating and repeating decimals. The Bears. Speaking of terminating decimals, check out the epic series of movies, The Terminator. An epic struggle between mankind, human survival, against the machines or the computers. And get yourself some tasty popcorn while you enjoy the movies. But we digress. We're going to focus on repeating decimals today. Flip your FCAT review packet over to the back. We've already completed the first 5 grids in the top column. If you haven't done that, then you need to either come back during one of your other classes, I'll be happy to write you a pass, or you need to take your FCAT packet home and get into Blackboard this weekend and watch the podcast so you have this first row of grids completed. Today, we're going to do the first 3 grids in the second row. So let's get started. Let's say on the FCAT, you get an answer of 5.33333 repeating rational number. Nice. The Bears. Well, usually we indicate a repeating decimal by bar notation. But keep in mind on the FCAT, there's no way to show bar notation in the grid. So easy pleasy, you're simply going to, on the FCAT, bubble in 5 decimal point 3333 until you run out of room. Make sure you bubble in the 5, the decimal, and 3's until you run out of room. That's how you would put a repeating decimal, such as 5.3333, on the FCAT. Let's try another one. Let's say on the FCAT, you get an answer of 0.6666 repeating rational number. That's right. The Bears. Remember, there is not a way to show bar notation in the grid on the FCAT. So, easy pleasy. You are simply going to, on the FCAT, put a 0 placeholder, bubble in the 0, put a decimal, bubble in the decimal, and then you're just going to write the digit number 6 until you run out of room. Make sure you bubble in 6's at the bottom. One more example for today. Let's say on the FCAT, you work out a problem and you get 0.272727. Repeating decimal, you know it, rational number. Remember, there's not a way to show bar notation in the grid on the FCAT. So, just like we did in the last problem, you are going to put a 0 for a placeholder, bubble in the 0, put a decimal, bubble in the decimal, and then write 2727, bubble in the 2, bubble in the 7, bubble the 2, and bubble the 7 until you are out of room. And it's as easy as 1, 2, 3, or it's as easy as it is for the Cubs to lose to grid in repeating decimals on the FCAT. Alrighty, peeps, that wraps up another power-packed Phillips podcast. You know it. Please rewind your podcast, return your iPod to the case, and put your FCAT review packet back on the counter. Unless you've been absent and you need to make up the other grids, then let me know. You can either come back later today or you can take your packet home. You got it. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Later.